made no secret of this. Queen and Country is based, it's not based, it's inspired by a Yorkshire television series from the late 70s into the early 80s, created by a man named Ian McIntosh, called The Sandbaggers. And it's funny, when I go back and I look at influences, I find almost, and I am today a voracious reader. I was a voracious reader growing up, but almost every single dramatic engine that sort of pushes me to story is a visual story, and television had a huge impact. The Rockford Files is responsible for my miscreant behavior in ways I cannot begin to document. The Sandbaggers to me was revelatory because I seen the George Smiley Apostolic and a Smiley Tinker Tailor and Smiley's People. I'd seen Bond. I loved Bond. It wasn't until the Sandbaggers came along that I was like, wait a minute, Bond, but real. I mean, it really was. It was, and what it was, and it's such an elegant and simple thing. It was the laying of espionage on top of realpolitik. Espionage is a political tool. It always is a political tool. And it wasn't until I had actually seen it in the hands of Ian McIntosh and the Sandbaggers that I got it. And the second I got that, the story just exploded. The dramatic potential, the tension there. What makes a Queen and Country story work is that there are always two antagonists. There's always the bad guy who has a dirty bomb or whatnot, wants to do the nefarious thing. And then there's also Tara's own government. There's always the politics of the situation. So I wanted to get in, and I wanted to get in fast. So yeah, it opened up with her and a rifle blowing a guy's brains out from 300 yards. I was also working in comics, and I wanted a really good visual. I wanted you to turn the page and go, ah, God! And ideally, instead of go, ah, God, and then drop it, you'd go, what happens next? So that was one.